Mr. Shanahan, can I start with Forfas? The 2012 report is an excellent report. Please take the following in the spirit it's meant. The recommendations are a bit fluffy. And I don't think that's Forfas's fault. I think they're fluffy because you guys are trying to advise, and it's up to the minister or the government to put real meat on the bone. And whenever I hear the phrase interdepartmental committee, I always cry inside. So can I ask what's actually happening on the ground? So I think it's fantastic that Minister Sherlock has been appointed to this. Has anything actually started to happen, specifically in terms of money, resources and legislation? So I would just love to know that. The second question I have for you is around the micro enterprise fund. I've spoken to some of the people coordinating social enterprise in Ireland. One of the points they made to me was that the social entrepreneurs cannot or will not access the microfinance fund, even though there's a lot of money there. My understanding is it's not actually being drawn down. Now, I can't remember the specific technicality, but it was something to do with having to be a director of the social enterprise and then opening you up to personal liability. And it was a constraint around the micro enterprise fund. I was wondering if you know anything about that and if that is changing. And thirdly, according to your data, we are at less than half of the European average in terms of social enterprise, which to me was a surprising finding because, as you quite rightly said, we have an extraordinary tradition of volunteering and huge social cohesion in this country. So I'd love to know just very briefly why it's quite astonishing to me that Ireland is at less than half the European average, given our heritage and given our tradition of volunteering and social cohesion. I'd love to know if there's one or two things you think that mean we really seem to be way behind.
Maybe then just coupling your other comments together with questions that Deputy Donnelly has asked in terms of what is happening in the sector. Well, there are, as I said, I think in my presentation, there are over 1,400 social enterprises who are currently supported. Now, they draw funding from various sources and some of them trade commercially. So there is activity happening on the ground. This isn't new, there is activity. And they're currently supported by a range of different initiatives through both primarily the Department of Environment, Community and Local Government and the LEADER programme that you referred to, Senator, under the Local Community and Development programme. Yeah, you're also correct in saying obviously that ran until 2013 and is now, proposals are now being developed for a further iteration of that. There are other supports obviously available under the Department of Social Protection. So again, I suppose it depends on the type of proposal that is being put forward as to which are best able, which of these best fit with the model that is being proposed. In relation to and finally, I suppose just in relation to the implementation, as I said already, I mean the Minister and the Interdepartmental Committee is currently setting out an implementation plan. I can't preempt what that is, and let people understand that. But I think there is a commitment to take this forward. In relation to Microfinance Ireland, which I think was that you referred to,
Enterprise Fund,
the Micro Enterprise Fund. I'm not in a position to answer the deputy, but we'd be happy to come back to you separately and establish what is happening there. In relation to your further question, then in relation to why are we so far below the European average? We're currently, I mean, as measured by percentage of GDP at 2.5% relative to the 6% average. I don't think there's any easy answer really to you because you've referred to the ethos and the nature of volunteering that does exist in Ireland. I think some of it may relate to capacity building within the sector, and that there are a lot of examples of small social enterprises which probably may have the ability to scale but haven't due to the internal capacity. And it was one of the areas that we referred to in the report, the need to build that business capability largely within those enterprises, that they can bring forward business plans and that they can manage things on a more commercial basis. But I don't have an easy answer to that question.
Thank you.